So good day learners! Today we will discuss the antiderivative of exponential and logarithmic functions. So first things first, let's recall the different differentiation formulas for exponential and logarithmic functions. We have here the derivative of e raised to x is equal to e raised to x. The derivative of a raised to x is equal to a raised to x times ln a. And the derivative of ln x is equal to 1 over x. So, matatandaan natin na ito yung mga derivative na ginagamit natin sa pagkuha ng derivative ng exponential and logarithmic function. So, sa pagkuha naman ng antiderivative, gagamitin din natin sila as a basis since opposite lang naman yung derivative at antiderivative. So apart from that, we also have here the different theorems on integrals yielding the exponential and logarithmic functions. So first, we have integral of e raised to x dx is equal to e raised to x plus c. So lagi lang tayong may plus c dahil nire-represent ito yung constant term sa function natin. So second, we have integral of a raised to x dx equals a raised to x over ln a plus c, wherein a is greater than 0 and a is not equal to 1. And lastly, 3, the integral of x raised to negative 1 dx is equal to the integral of 1 over x dx equals ln times the absolute value of x plus c. So, these are the things that we need to consider in finding the integrals of the exponential and logarithmic functions. So, first we have the integral of 3 raised to x dx. So, dahil may 3 raised to x tayo, tumingin tayo dito sa theorem natin. So, ano ba dito yung kamukha ng 3 raised to x or ano yung pwede natin gamitin na theorem sa pagkuha ng integral nito? So, if you are thinking theorem number 2, that is actually right. So, we have here integral of a raised to x dx is equal to a raised to x over ln a plus c. So, isa-substitute lang natin si 3 sa lahat ng a dito. Kaya magiging 3 raised to x over ln 3 plus c. That's why our final answer would be the integral of 3 raised to x dx is equal to 3 raised to x over ln 3 plus c. So number 2, the integral of 8 raised to x dx. So actually same lang siya ng number 1, nagkaiba lang yung value ng ating number. Ano uli yung theorem na pwede nating magamit dito? So, same lang. Theorem number 2, a raised to x over ln a plus c. So, isa-substitute lang natin ulit si 8 sa lahat ng a. Kaya, magiging 8 raised to x over ln 8 plus c. That's why this is our final answer. So, number 3, we have here the integral of 2 times 3 raised to x dx. So, makikita natin na may 2 tayo dito na naka-times or naka-multiply sa 3 raised to x. So, gagamitan natin siya ng constant multiple rule wherein ilalabas natin si 2 sa labas ng integral kaya magiging 2 times the integral of 3 raised to x dx. So, dahil may 3 raised to x tayo dito, gagamitan natin siya ulit ng theorem number 2. Ayan, kaya isa-substitute na lang natin yung 3 sa lahat ng x. Pero wag natin ikakalimutan na meron tayong 2 dito. So, ita-times natin yung 2 dito. Kaya magiging 2 times 3 raised to x over ln 3 plus c. That's why our final answer would be 2 times 3 raised to x over ln 3 plus c. So, number 4, we have the integral of 10 e raised to x dx. So, katulad ng number 3 sa previous slide, ilalabas lang uli natin yung 10 using the constant multiple rule. So, magiging 10 times the integral of e raised to x dx. Makikita natin si e raised to x dito. Ano yung theorem dito na pwede nating magamit kay e raised to x? So, if you are thinking theorem number 1, that's right. So, we will have theorem number 1 which states that the integral of e raised to x dx is equal to e raised to x plus c. So, susundan lang natin siya para makuha yung integral nito. So, using that, 10 times e raised to x plus c. So, that's our final answer. Integral of 10 raised to e raised to x rather dx equals 10 e raised to x plus c. Number 5. Integral of e times 5 raised to x dx. So, same lang din. Gagamitan natin siya ng constant multiple rule. Pero ang ilalabas naman natin dito ay si e. Kaya magiging e times the integral of 5 raised to x dx. So, may 5 raised to x na naman tayo dito. Kaya naging ganyan uli siya. Again, ginamit tayo ng constant multiple rule. So, dahil may 5 raised to x tayo dito, gagamitin uli natin si theorem number 2. So, substitute lang uli natin si 5 sa lahat ng a. Dahil ayun yung sinabi dito, ayun yung formula. So, kaya magiging e times 5 raised to x over ln 5 plus c. Kaya ang sagot natin, integral of e times 5 raised to x dx is equal to e times 5 raised to x over ln 5 plus c. So, number 6, we have the integral of 2 raised to x plus 3 dx. So, makikita natin dito na meron tayong different term. So, ang gagawin natin dito ay pwede natin sila paghiwalayin. Since 2 raised to x plus 3, pwede natin sila mapaghiwalay, kaya magiging the integral of 2 raised to x dx plus, copy lang natin yung sign, plus the integral of 3 dx. So, sa 2 raised to x, pwede natin magamit yung theorem number 2. Kaya magiging ganito. 2 raised to x over ln 2. Dahil ginamit lang natin to. Pero hindi muna natin gagamitin si plus c. Sa dulo natin ilalagay si plus c dahil iisa lang naman yung plus c ng function or ng given na derivative. Okay? Iisa lang sila ng plus c. Hindi tayo pwedeng magdoble ng plus c sa paggawa ng antiderivative. So, meron na tayong 2 raised to x over ln 2 plus 3x. So, saan ba natin nakuha si 3x? Nakuha natin si 3x sa integrals ng 3dx. Ginamitan lang natin siya ng basic integration formula. So, alam naman natin na para makuha ang antiderivative ng 3, times lang natin siya sa variable na x. 3 times x is equal to 3x. And para ma-make sure kung tama ba to, ano ba yung derivative ng 3x? Ang derivative ng 3x ay 3. Kaya, ito siya. So, ibig sabihin, opposite sila. So, tama lang yung sagot natin. Plus c dahil dito. So, our final answer will be the integral of 2 raised to x plus 3 dx is equal to 2 raised to x over ln 2 plus 3x plus c. Next is integral of 5 minus 9 raised to x dx. So, same lang kanina, pwede natin mapaghiwalay itong dalawang to. Magiging integral of 5 dx minus, dahil minus yung subtraction sign, yung nandito. Minus integral of 9 raised to x dx. So, may 9 raised to x na naman tayo. So, ang theorem na gagamitin natin dito ay theorem number 2. So, ganun pa rin yung process. Magiging 5x dahil ang antiderivative ng 5 ay 5x using the basic integration formula or basic integration rule minus 9 raised to x over ln 9 plus c. So, ito nakuha natin using this theorem. That's why our final answer will be the integral of 5 minus 9 raised to x dx is equal to 5x minus 9 raised to x over ln 9 plus c. So, dito, pwede pa natin itong magkaroon ng ibang sagot. Pero magkakaroon siya ng ibang sagot dahil sinimplify lang to. So, magiging 5x minus 9 raised to x over 3 ln 2. So, dahil meron kasi siyang, si 9 kasi merong square root. So, pwede natin siya gawing ganyan as a simplified version. So, either way, parehas lang naman yung sagot. So, number 8, we have the integral of 7 times 9 raised to x plus 2. So, meron tayo ditong paggagamitan ng constant multiple theorem at pwede rin natin mahiwalay si 2 sa integral. So, magiging 7 times the integral of 9 raised to x dx plus the integral of 2 dx. So, may 9 raised to x na naman tayo, kaya ang magagamit natin na theorem ay theorem number 2, which is this one. So, we will use the same process. 7 times 9 raised to x over ln 9 plus 2x plus c. So, iisa lang ulit sila ng plus c dahil isang buo lang naman sila. Hindi tayo pwedeng mag-plus c dito at magka-plus c rin naman tayo dito. Hindi pwede yon. Kailangan isang plus c lang. So, 2x, kaya siya ulit naging 2x dahil sa basic integration rule. And ito naman, ginamitan natin ng theorem number 2, which tinimes din natin sa 7 using the constant multiple rule. That's why our final answer will be 7 times 9 raised to x over ln 9 plus 2x plus c. So, next number is number 9. We have here the integral of logarithm of 7x dx. So, we are having here a logarithm or logarithmic function. So, for logarithmic function, we will use this formula. Integral of log a u du is equal to u times the logarithm of a u over e over u prime. So, using this, we will substitute our values here para makuha to. So, meron tayong, ang x natin, ang u natin dito ay ang x. So, ang a naman natin ay 7. So, magiging x times logarithm of 7 x over e over 1. So, kaya tayo may 1 dito dahil ang u prime natin or ang x prime, yung derivative ng x ay 1. So, so the quantity of x times logarithm of 7 x over e over 1 is equal to x times logarithm of 7 x over e plus c. So, ang sagot natin ay magiging ganito. So, next number, last is integral of logarithm of 9 to x dx. So, same formula. We will use this and we will substitute our u and a. So, ang u natin ay x while ang a naman natin ay 9. So, magiging x times logarithm of 9 to x over e over 1. So, 1 uli siya dahil ang x prime or ang derivative ng x natin ay 1. Kaya magiging x times logarithm of 9 to x over e plus c. So, nagkaroon tayo ng plus c dahil para i-represent ang constant natin sa function. So, dapat may plus c din tayo dito. Lagyan natin siya. Oops. Lagyan muna natin siya. Oops. So, dapat may plus siya. So, that's it. Yung isa din, balikan natin. So, ito, dapat may plus c din siya para ma-represent yung constant term ng ating function. Yan. So, our final answer here would be the integral of log 9, the integral of logarithm 9 to x dx is equal to x times logarithm of 9 to x over e plus c. So, this ends our video tutorial. Thank you and I hope you learned something.